And they couldn't slot him into striker.
Welcome back. We're halfway through today's schedule. 6 games gone, 6 to go. And that means that we have the introduction of the Sri Lankan team to the tournament. They'll be taking on Indonesia, who fell to the Philippines 39 points to 0. So let's see what Sri Lanka have brought to this tournament today. Oh. A bit sloppy at the start. The Indonesians were full of vigour in their first match and very enthusiastic against the Philippines. And fitness might be an issue for the Indonesians. They've thrown a lot at the Philippines first up.
It looks like the Sri Lankan team haven't come with as many big forwards as they had previously.
Yeah, a lot of young guys. Lavanga Pereira, Jason Disanyaka, Paturana, all 20, 21 years old. And Indonesia struggling there to clear their line, so we'll come back for a 5-metre scrum. Susantha as well there will be doing a lot of donkey work. And I think they might have changed their numbers a bit, the Sri Lankans as well, which will cause us a bit of trouble. There's Kamara. Looks like Surya Bandara is on the field, either their star, their halfback. And this is Jason Disanyaka, one of the young forwards we're talking about, who goes over for the first try of the game. Strong young fella from the Navy club. Kicks a little wayward from Marija. Great captain. Good work there from Disanyaka.
There's probably a few of these boys that have probably played back in the A5N Division 1 back here years ago, Mike, when they qualified for the top tier of the A5N series.
Yeah, Marija was definitely one of those players. Just looking at the numbers here, I think number 5 listed as Susantha, but I've got the feeling that's Lavanga Pereira. He's a good young athlete. Maybe it's Susantha with a haircut. It's pretty drastic mohawk action there.
November, the opposite.
So Kamara's at scrum half, which is an unusual position for him. Marija struggles with his footing, and we're talking about the moulded soles. He's just looking down there, trying to scrape the mud off. Marija from Candy Club. See here, just a little step, and his weight goes from underneath him. It's one of the bright lights of the Indonesian team in the first game is the scrum half, Yuda Ari. Very quick, and with a struggling scrum, always gets the ball away to his standoff. Very dependable. So this time it's the Indonesians on attack, although it breaks down. Musi couldn't control. Now it's Herat, who dives on the ball to score his first try of this tournament. Good work from the Havelock's wing. Herat, one of the flyers in this team. Well, Surya Bandara, their star, is listed in the team. I hope he hasn't picked up an injury, because it's unusual not to have him in the starting 7. the magical little scrum half. We just see here play breaking down. Musi, Johannes Musi couldn't control the ball, and Herath, well, he doesn't need a second invitation to score a try. Well taken from Daniel Sivis. Struggling to get the ball back, but Mark Thompson does well and drives forward using his extra bulk. Steve Harissa gets it to Atkinson, I think it is, out there. That's Musi out on the wing again, who's having some trouble with his hands. But they retain possession. Ari. And this is a good determined run too. Oh, it's a crossfield kick. And Atkinson's after this one. Kamara comes back as the sweeper. Atkinson lets him get to his feet, but then escapes his clutches. It's Kamara who's still going. Nice run from Salia Kumara, who gives a nice little bump off to Ari as well. And a very good 60-metre run from Kumara.
Well, that's got to be absolutely either disappointing from an Indonesian point of view or Kumara. How he chased all the way back, went down to the ground, picked the ball up, got out of 2 tackles, and then all the way back to put a fend on to their sweeper. So hopefully we get to see a replay of it, because I thought that was a fantastic effort from him from a defensive and turned it into offensive and straight into attack to score the points. There he is. He just shrugged off 2 tackles and then away he went. A beautiful fend to go underneath the post.
Well, he hasn't had much time in this series. He's been a bit part player, Kamara, and relishing the time on the pitch there. Well, this is a good run. And Daniel down the right flank and giving them some good tackling practice. Steve Harissa breaks down Ari though, always ready to flip a pass to his support Atkinson. This is good play here from the Indonesians. Daniel Nugroho. He's a determined player, but all of a sudden it turns on its head with the flying Sri Lankans. Oh, and some great counter-attacking. Kamara. Well, the numbers are all over the place for the Sri Lankans here. They always do this to us, have a little game about who's wearing what jersey. So I'm dumbfounded. There's 2 mullets on the field. One of them's Kamara, one of them's a mystery man. It could be Mutu Tantri.
Great cover tackle.
We don't even have a number 12 on our program, so he's a mystery man as well. I might just go down as we see the halftime whistle blow and try and get some clarification on that. Dino, leave everybody in your hands.
Few missing numbers.
Hello, Chucky. I'm all right, mate. All the better for seeing you.
And here we go. Welcome back to the second half of our pool match for Indonesia in the red, from running from right to left. Playing against Sri Lanka in the green with the kickoff gone out on the full. So not a great start there by the Indonesian side. So just allowing the Sri Lankans back into where they left off in the first half, at the score being 26 points to 0, Sri Lanka leading. So Indonesia just at the moment, just look at their formation at the moment. You may not see on the screen, but they're 7 on the line with no sweepers. So I'm not sure if Sri Lanka can actually see that deficiency by maybe putting the kick behind. Maybe they don't need to, and quite confident enough to have the ball in hand. As they're just showing, just straight down the outside there, and just pure pace. Great skills to get the ball out wide. And here he is again, underneath the post for another 5-pointer. So maybe that's what they're going to be doing, and I suppose they've got to look at playing different aspects of their game. And part of those aspects of the game is to try as much as you can, especially when you're leading at that score at half time. So great try by Sri Lanka. As I indicated earlier on, the Indonesians are all flat up there, all 7 players in that defensive line with no sweepers. So. And here we go, right around the outside, just pure speed, just great skills to get the ball out wide, and then Sri Lanka have got pace like that. So when you got pace to burn as such, why not use it? Oh, great takeoff there.
Good kickoff from Dissanayake, putting pressure on the jumper. Okay, I've sorted out the 2 mullets during half time. Pereira's 8 and Kamara's 1. So Indonesia again have had their chances on attack. Ball just breaking down. As Vegas Sawom manages to straighten things up. And the rangy figure of Florian Busi. So we'll quick restart here, and here's Kamara again to the fellow mullet, Pereira. We've got a hand-drawn number 11 there. That's Debare. And away they go down the outside again. It's Nigel Ratwate, I think, who goes into the corner. Good try from him. Very emotionless, though, the Sri Lankans. Not playing with joy and the joie de vivre that we've seen them play with in the past. Using a French word there for you, Dino, because I know you're excited about that French game in Hong Kong today.
Yeah, well, I suppose with the Sri Lankans, I suppose they know that still got a few more days to try and get to what they want to be doing. So maybe they're just out there and said, let's just do the simple things and do the simple things right. So which they have, and it's I think it's a great display of sevens they're playing here. It's great for all the viewers to see what you should be doing in these conditions. And it's taking them out to the score at 33 points to 0, and because of those factors. And there's old Gareth Rowe, the coach of Indonesia. Sure, he's got a lot on his mind as well.
72 points at the moment that they've conceded in a game in 3 quarters, but they've been plucky and competitive. I like this guy, Ari. He hasn't put a foot wrong, and you know they've come to play. Look at them playing very positively. There's Ari again, just a great link man down the outside to Sawom, who has a brilliant first name, Vegas. We love that. Nothing risky in his play, though. We've enjoyed watching Marco Sebastian playing as well. Gutsy young figure. The ball spills out into touch, though. I think the assistant referee's having a bit of trouble judging who got the last touch on that. He's given the ball to the Indonesians, so another chance for them to attack. Here's Sebastian, he's ready to go. Serath stationing himself on the wing. Indonesians get it, it's Florian. Almost an intercept there for Sri Lanka, though. Bit of frustration. Well, I think this next deciding game in Pool C is shaping to be a beauty between the Philippines and Sri Lanka. And I think if I was Coach Chuki from the Philippines, I'd be looking at the forward pack for Sri Lanka and maybe seeing if there's some advantages I can take from the matchups Philippines full of some big strong runners, so they may want to take Sri Lanka on up the middle.
Yeah, well, that's what it's looking like at the moment. Sri Lanka's definitely come with a team of pace, that's for sure.
There's Busi again, he busts it up. Good support again from Sebastian, good skills from the chunky young forward. The flying man on the outside is Didikus Ria, the man they call Marcus. So again, some good plucky play here from Indonesia. They're not embarrassing themselves at all. A little more naive in the ways of sevens than the Sri Lankans, that's for sure, but giving them a real game here as we enter the final stanza of this match. And was that Surya Bandara playing in the number 12 jersey today? I think it could be, judging by the beautiful silky skills. And that's a great try to put the icing on the cake. It's Mutanantri, I think, who's been awarded the try.
Just brilliant to watch, Mike. If you notice throughout the Sri Lankan first and second half, there wasn't much ball into contact. They seem to be keeping that ball alive, and it's difficult to defend when the ball is offloaded pre-contact area and you're running it from the defence, chasing fresh air.
So Kumara slides it off the side of his foot, and that's the end of the game. So pretty impressive performance from the Sri Lankans. Some gifted athletes, that's for sure. Just think Indonesia showed glimpses of the fact that if you take them on up front and try the physical side of the game, the Sri Lankans may be taken advantage of later in this tournament. Let's see what happens, how it pans out. In the meantime, it's a convincing win to Sri Lanka, 43 points to 0.